walked more than a mile to Rosedale High School, but only walked a block and a half to Snow Elementary School, which no longer exists. But it was a very kind of small town community atmosphere. There were little shops on Rainbow. My 5th and 6th grade class, in fact, we shared a room and a teacher. So I guess there were about 15 of us in each group. I have very good memories of some of the teachers. Mr. Philip Keeler, who taught English and journalism and was a former journalist himself, he was the one who suggested that I should consider journalism. Mr. Keeler actually encouraged me to try to go to the University of Missouri. I was on the verge of trying to get into MU when I fell madly in love, I thought. And he wanted to go, the boy wanted to go to Pittsburgh State after junior college. So I turned on a dime in about May of that year and enrolled at Pittsburgh State. And then after that, I worked a couple of years for the Kansas City Kansan, where I'm very grateful that basically that newsroom, even then, early on, gave women just about every opportunity that men had. And I was able to get a graduate assistantship at Ohio State, and they had a program that allowed you to do your studies in a sort of a specialty, but do your thesis and get your degree through the journalism school. And so I focused on Latin American history and politics. Eventually, the Associated Press did hire me. They actually sent me to Kansas City first. I spent 9 months here, then 6 months in New Orleans. After some years with the AP, basically all of the 70s, I spent from the late 60s through the 70s, and eventually the AP, I covered the UN for 3 years while I was in New York with the AP. Then they sent me back to Chile as bureau chief. I was there for 2.5 years. I got an offer from the Miami Herald to join. They had a kind of half dozen specialists in Latin America who worked out of Miami. So in '79, I accepted that. And then they sent me to cover Central America. And that's where I won the Pulitzer Prize. I mean, journalism is going through, and the news business in general is going through a very difficult time. But I think that people who are in journalism today feel that it's very, very fulfilling still.